The aim of our project is to identify inefficiencies at the global city scale in the food, energy, water nexus. We do this by using 4 urban living labs: Bristol in the UK, Rotterdam in the Netherlands, the Western Cape in South Africa, and Sao Paulo in Brazil. Results will enable economic valuations carried out by our Norwegian partner, with impact-led public education and outreach managed by our USA partner. The Water Hub is a research, innovative and training centre. It is situated in a decommissioned wastewater plant in the town of Franschhoek on the Western Cape. It is surrounded by vineyards and connected to the informal settlement of Langrap, which has difficulty accessing clean, safe water and sanitation services. This, along with poor drainage systems, means contaminated water finds its way into the river. About 3 years ago, the drying beds on the site were converted into biofiltration cells. They were filled with different medium, such as large and small stones and peach pips, and vegetation was grown on them. Once the water was treated, it was fed into a garden. The garden takes one more process before the water is used to irrigate the vegetables grown there. The permaculture gardens are grown in a particular way, with compost pits in the centre and companion planted vegetables grown around them. Each harvest, the vegetables are taken to the lab for processing to ensure that standards are met. We have learned that we are underestimating nature-based processes, that we need large-scale research like this. We need to engage communities in developing a circular economy. The Blue City Lab is an innovative platform providing spaces for co-creation and co-working, events, meetings, lectures, hackathons and space for experimentation, including a laboratory for facilitating trials and demonstration projects for successful business models.
We address waste inefficiencies and unsustainable material uses from a transition perspective. Transitions are long-term, unstructured and non-linear processes of societal change, shifting, for example, from a linear economy paradigm to the idea or vision of a circular economy. In our research, we address barriers and drivers of the further institutionalization of alternative circular practices. We also look into situations when waste streams become commodified.
The phenomenon we're studying is something that I call the waste resource paradox. In short, this describes what happens to a material at the end of a production process, which normally becomes waste, but in the context of circular economy is often taken up by innovators and used as an input for another process. This can and should be used as one input to another product to create circularity. However, the problem lies when we don't distinguish clearly in terms of funding, investment, and support which of these relationships truly contributes to a circular economy in the long term. Therefore, it calls for some kind of heuristic or guiding instrument to help policymakers distinguish between these two types of circular innovations.
A known challenge for the Bristol City region and cities globally relates to the correct valuation of precious, undervalued resources and the associated socio-environmental impacts from inefficiencies in the city's food, energy and water systems. This transdisciplinary, real-world, impact-focused research group initially started work with 3 key agencies in Bristol. Wessex Water, which manages Bristol's sewerage system and treats sewage at their water recycling centre near the mouth of the Bristol Avon River, along with a subsidiary, Jenica, which operates a range of initiatives to convert waste into energy and nutrient resources. The Bristol Food Network, which supports, informs and connects individuals, community projects, organisations and businesses who share a vision to transform Bristol into a sustainable food city. And the Centre for Sustainable Energy, which shares knowledge and practical experience to empower people to change the way they think and act about energy. Since starting the project, the group has engaged with a range of stakeholders and are now working closely with Bristol Waste, the city's recycling, waste collection and street cleansing company, and Resource Futures, an employee-owned independent environmental consultancy in the waste and research industry. Together, they link stakeholders to minimise linear and wasted flows of food, energy and water. We use market and non-market micro and macroeconomic valuation, systems modelling and targeted impact planning to disrupt business as usual. Sao Paulo's Urban Living Lab focuses on developing new technologies, transition management and integrated policymaking to map waste and to reduce waste. The general goal is local urban sustainability through innovation, selection and diffusion of sustainable technologies and best sustainable practices, innovative meanings of consumption, new civilising milestones about the environment from marketing and education, and policymaking through a more sustainable condition for the urban region. A local example of this technology policy interface at the food, water, energy nexus is ethanol as biofuel. New regulations banning the burning of sugarcane pre-harvest and the development of combine harvesters made harvesting easier and cheaper. Modelling of the results is key, using systems modelling and agents-based modelling, which will enable each urban living lab to model their own unique system of agents, processes, data, inefficiencies, power dynamics and variables. Impact assessment will bring together the project as a whole, enabling a global overview to be taken of the outcomes.